Showtime.
Showtime! Hello,
Showtime!
everybody. Welcome
Hey!
to episode 38 of Horror Metal Cast. I'm your host, Steve. I forgot my name. I was like, "What's
Stanley! It's not Stanley!
asshole?" Anyway, hi guys, welcome. It's me and Joe, and Stanley's here, but only for a moment because I have a cool overlay that I made for tonight's show, just special for all of us. Because tonight's show is like it's going to be like a cool versus thing. If you've seen any of the videos and stuff that we've put out. So anyway, welcome to the show. Joe, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to this one. This is a rebel rouser here tonight. We got some really cool shit on tap, man. People have been firing off at us for the last 2 days with ideas, and Stevie and I have been brainstorming away. So we're gonna dump all that shit here for you live tonight, baby. And it's good. Stanley loves us.
Steven's here to make fun of our accents, Joe. So let's get extra Jersey for him.
Hey, listen, it's going to be a good fucking show over here, all right? Don't worry about it. We got it under control.
Listen, if I have to say listen one more time, because let me tell you something. That's all I'm going to say. That's all my mother says. That's all my mother tells me is let me tell you something. Listen. But, okay, here we go. Say goodbye to Stanley.
Hi, Stanley.
And this is tonight's show. Boom, 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 boom. We don't have fucking music because we're too poor, but
we'll get some. Eventually, we got cheesecake for snack time. Don't worry about
it. It is versus, not me versus Joe, because we all know kick his ass. Well, my sister would anyway. Tonight's
my wife would kill me.
Is character versus character. It's villain versus villain. It is the ultimate showdown. We are going to need everybody's help on this. Ultimately, it comes down to me and Joe, but we need, as Steven says, we need to go down the shore and get
tan. I see that.
Jim Tan. What was the other one? I don't fucking remember. The Jersey Shore was the terrible show.
Down the beach.
Actually, somebody, what was it? Somebody on Facebook said Snooki versus Kim Kardashian would be.
Yeah, that was one of the requests that I had was, and I said I would pay for that more than an MMA fight. I would actually pay to watch that happen. I think that would.
Good God, that would actually be really hilarious. That
it would have to be the South Park rendering of Snooki, though. Okay, because
what would you say, snoo, or what was it? I can't remember. It was so awesome. She was like a bronze beaver. It was that sounds gross. Okay, so without further ado, okay, but here's the thing though, just for shits and giggles, we kind of have to go into who would win, Kim K or Snooki.
I think honestly, Snooki's a critter, man. She's like more animalistic. I think she'd take her.
I feel like Snooki's kind of like, she's got that short Napoleon complex thing going on. She's kind of a bitch. She likes to fight. We've seen her fight.
Yeah, she's nasty. She's like a
Kay is too afraid to pop her ass. So, you'd have her like too busy on her phone worrying about her wig and her ass. So
she broke a nail or something. It'd be a fucking
my vote's on Snooki. Snooki's like
Snooki wins. Snooki wins, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, I just watched the Action Park documentary and it reminded me of why I am such an asshole, and it is because I grew up in New Jersey.
Bree's in the room. Bree says
she also said Kim K could not win a fight. Yes, Bree, we are talking. Tonight's theme is versus. And the first versus that we went over was Kim K versus Snooki, and we're definitely going with Snooki.
Snooki all the way. We both agree. Snooki.
Smash. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, I've got my wine here, ladies and gentlemen. And it is because, like Bree said, Kim K cried on her TV show because one of her sisters was trying to tickle her and it messed up her makeup. Oh, you poor baby. Yeah, Snooki wins. So we are going, without further ado, we are going to move into, so we've got it separated into human and demons, supernaturals, aliens, whatever. We tried to keep the fights as fair as possible with everyone's suggestions. So, Joe, do you want to start off with humans, or do you want to start off with otherworldly?
Yeah, no, let's go. Let's break it in easy. We'll start with the humans and ramp up to the heavy stuff.
Back and forth or whatever.
That's true. Whatever you want to do.
Okay, so we are going to start off, and hello, Adrian just joined as well. So we are going to start off with humans. So, and also I'm going to keep track of the winners. So our first winners is Snooki. And then we're kind of going to have like ultimate battle. I don't know if we're going to have enough time to get into the ultimate battle tonight, but
I don't have paper.
Follow-up episode. So we are going to start off with one of the coolest submissions that we got. The inbred cannibals from The Hills Have Eyes versus the inbred cannibals from Wrong Turn.
Yeah,
that is super interesting submission. So thank you for that. I think that came from Facebook. Basically, I think and we're gonna start off, of course, guys, put in the chat who you think would win. And I think that the inbred cannibals from The Hills Have Eyes would win. That's my opinion. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm watching both in my head, and the inbred cannibals.
Here's my reason.
I agree. I agree with that because they had more. They had more drive. They had more.
Disgusting. They're downright disgusting.
They were like thinking.
As fucked up as the West Virginia Hillboys were from Wrong Turn, I think that the people from The Hills Have Eyes are absolutely despicable. Whether you're talking about the original or you're talking about the remake, they are downright rapist, dirty pig motherfucker. Like, they're despicable. And I think that when it all is said, also there's more of them than the 3 Wrong Turn dudes. So I think that when it comes to desert, Adrian also said Hills Have Eyes.
Hills Have Eyes, yeah.
Resounding Hills Have Eyes, inbred cannibal.
They were mean, man. That's not a place you want to be. You know what I mean?
I think nobody likes a gratuitous rape scene anyway. If you do, you need to fucking kill yourself. But as far as like gratuitous, nasty rape scenes go, like Hills Have Eyes is one of the winners in that category. And the inbred cannibals from Hills, they win.
Yeah, I agree. So that's okay. Yep. Hills Have Eyes. Stevie, can you jot these down? Because the only thing I have to write on is my napkin. I forgot to bring.
Guys,
I forgot to bring my.
Newsflash, everyone! Joe doesn't pay attention when I say things because I literally
remember
adding it to my spreadsheet.
I remember to bring the fucking cheesecake to the table, but I forgot the goddamn list. You know what I mean?
You have the spreadsheet here. Don't worry about it. That if there's anything that I am,
keep track of the winners.
You gotcha. Okay, so do you want to do a supernatural or do you want to do a human next?
Yeah, let's go to supernatural for a little bit because that's a fun realm. Let's get into it really hard.
Bree just literally was like, Joe. Joe. Okay.
I remember the goddamn snacks, but I forget the fucking important shit. You know what
I will say that. So the next, so we're gonna work into the well, no, I don't know. Let's stay organized and go down the human list. I feel like.
Okay. All right. We'll stay and ramp
up. Next in human fight. This was from a girl on Twitter. She actually gave me like 5 different Negan suggestions, but Joe and I decided on from the Walking Dead universe, we're gonna go with Negan versus Shane. The reason being is because Negan versus Alpha is actually happening right now, so it's like kind of like too relevant and it's played out. And Negan versus the Governor is kind of like everybody's wet dream, so we're not going with that. So we decided to go with Negan versus Shane because Shane is kind of like he was kind of like walked the line of villain where he kind of was, but depending on like your own viewpoints of morality, like was he though? So And I don't know. Negan's cool. I mean, first of all, they're both hot. Let's just get that out there. And like, who doesn't
That's
want
in the eye of the beholder, Stevie. I'll beg to differ, but
two guys like John Bernthal and fuck, I couldn't think of his name that plays Negan.
I personally don't think he's hot, but I would like to see. I would like to see them. I'd like to see the matchup. I think the matchup would work. I agree.
Versus Negan, guys, who would win in a fight? Let's go, Joe. Your opinion?
I'm gonna go with Negan. I don't think Shane would take him. I think Negan would kill him. I think it would be an imbalanced match. Shane has too many values. Too many, he holds on to too many. You were right about that, and that would be his downfall. He holds on to too much.
But
there's just too much humanity.
He only has the things he cares about because he's selfish and because he's possessive, and he's a narcissist. So
I know a little bit about that.
Whatever. But if you think about Shane, okay, like back in season 2, Shane killed Otis because he was going to he was a fat guy with a limp, and he was gonna might have sacrificed saving Carl. So Shane
you can't really count him out. He's not really
I think ultimately, I can't be biased just because, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, derp, it finally came to me who the actor was. But okay, I can't be biased just because I love Shane so much as the Punisher, so I need to stop thinking like John.
I know, I do too, and I don't want to admit that, but
no, I kind of agree. I do think Negan would absolutely beat the living shit out of Shane when it all came down to it.
He might win he might win in the end. He might actually win in the end over like just losing it, and because I mean you could see it's in there. He's not. There's screws loose.
Oh, he's fucked up. Yeah.
He holds it tight.
Bree said, no, not Shane. Steven says Jeffrey Dean Morgan. So I don't know if that means that his vote goes to Negan, but I'm going to say ultimately, I think Shane would definitely go in swinging, but ultimately Negan would win.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
We're going with
Yep. So that's 2. We're 2. You and I are 2 for 2. We're seeing things. So eye to eye.
Next up in our human battle, human versus human, we have Hannibal Lecter versus Norman Bates. Who would win in this dirty ass fight? Hannibal Lecter or Norman Bates?
Hannibal. He'd fucking rip him apart. Hannibal. He'd eat him. He'd bite his.
Okay.
Or he'd rip his face off.
Now, actually, it's actually really great that Steven is here tonight for this episode, because in our book /Survivor, we have a character named Charming Charlie that is based off of Hannibal Lecter. If you guys haven't read /Survivor, shame on you. Fucking read it, because it is hilarious and it's awesome. And of course, me and Steven wrote it, so why wouldn't you? But now you have to think. Charming Charlie might fight dirty, but when you get down to it, Hannibal Lecter is refined. As much of it as he is a piece of shit, he's a serial killer. He's a dirty murderer. He is a cannibal. When it all comes down to it, Hannibal Lecter is a little too classy to fight, I think.
I don't know, man.
When Mom comes into the picture and Norman becomes Mommy, he becomes Norma. Norman Bates is fucking unhinged, and I personally feel that in the end Norman Bates is going to fight because Hannibal Lecter, that's not his style.
Hannibal Lecter has
and
the
Norman
ability
Bates, you can't scare Norman
to walk up to you and bite the cheek off of your face while you're standing in front of him. The man can absolutely displace it at any time. The man is just over the top with charisma. The man could like literally suck the eyeball out of your head and smile and flip an egg while he does it.
Dude,
that is a mark of a fucking nut. That is the guy I'm putting my money on.
Totally not voted on this. Does nobody see that Norman Bates like wants to fuck his
No,
he's nuts.
No, he is though, and this would be a great fight. I think it would go on for quite some time because they're both fucking out of their minds. I mean, when they
Norman
snap,
around in his like hair rollers and nightgown and like
there was
like
a scene. There was a
Hannibal.
scene.
And would you like some eggs, dear? You know,
There was it makes a nice Chianti sauce when he was like at the table refined, and obviously the main course was served. He fucking lost it, man. He just lost his shit, and fucking you saw Hannibal Lecter uncoiled fully. That was fucking terrifying. Okay, to think that somebody could actually be that fucking insane. Now Bates, if you put a knife in his hand and you get too close or you say the wrong thing, he does the slowly I turn routine. You're fucking toast, man. So they're both
paired with Norman. Hannibal's clearly got problems, but Norman is the type of person. Okay, Norman was an incel before the fucking incels became like a fucking thing online. Okay,
he's the original, right?
Norman is the original involuntary celibate. Okay, he's got a lot of mommy issues. He's got a lot of issues with women. Okay, and I feel like that makes for a really dangerous person. Hannibal is more refined. Hannibal's smarter. I feel like he could outwit, but when it comes down to it, I feel like they're both equally unhinged.
That's gonna be a fight. That's gonna be a brawl. I mean, that's
Hannibal versus Norman is a really great matchup.
There's not going to be any. I mean, I don't think there would be a hands down winner, like a knockout, like a TKO punch thrown in that fight. Both of them would know they were there because they're both fucking.
Yeah. So Sean Pelham is late. Congratulations on your pregnancy. Or
your non-pregnancy is late. He's clean. You're good. That's good. Eat some protein. You feel better.
I think so. Obviously, Bree voted for Hannibal. Adrian voted for Hannibal. You voted for Hannibal. My vote's with fucking Norman. So whatever. Hannibal's the winner. Obviously, I've been outvoted. I'm a little bitter. Okay.
No jading here on the show, Stevie. There'll be no jading. Now, honestly, I'm going to tell you straight out. Hannibal Lecter.
I like what Steven says. Next week on Making Subtext into Text with Stevie Copus, does Norman Bates want to bang his mom? Oh, that's good. That's good.
I knew this was going to be a good show. I knew it.
I'm not allowed to be a bitter Betty, but I am a goddamn good convincer, and I love to debate. So I need to let go. Hannibal's the clear winner in this.
Okay, all right.
Moving on to the next human versus human fight. This one was a personal favorite of mine. You've got a fucking machete wielding psycho, and no, we're not talking Jason Voorhees. And let me throw this out here real quick. You are not going to see Jason, Michael, Freddy, or AVP, which is Alien versus Predator for you noobs, because it's too fucking easy.
Too easy. Too easy.
We're not like all about that hipster trap, even though I am.
It's been done 1,000 times.
Absolutely. The machete wielding freak that I'm talking about is none other than Victor Crowley from the Hatchet series versus the chainsaw maniac himself, Leatherface.
What a fucking fight that would be! My God, that would be such a fucking brawl.
They're both scary. They're both fucking insane, and they're both kind of like invincible, indestructible, and seem to come back from the dead time and time again. So, who would win in a fight? Leatherface versus Victor Crowley. Go.
Obviously Leatherface is probably by far one of the more scarier human beings on this planet. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. But Crowley's a nasty motherfucker, man. I don't know. I think in the end he would outsmart Leatherface and he would take him down. I think in the end.
Well, so that's the thing, is because
Crowley,
Leatherface, he's kind of dumb. And he also has proven in the films
he's fallible. He's fallible. He makes mistakes.
He's a soft spot.
He's not, he's Mushad upstairs. He's got nothing going on. So
Exactly.
with that said,
Crowley is
Crowley's
a
nasty,
fucking maniac, and he's
calculated.
and he's not as stupid as sorry, Leatherface, but you're a dum-dum. You're a big
Right,
dummy.
you're an idiot. You got the IQ of a fucking piano, dude. You know what I mean? It's not your fault. You got a cool chainsaw, Don't feel bad. Don't go away limping. Come on.
Really cool,
We don't want Stevie and I don't want any butthurt maniacs out there, okay?
No. Love you, man, buddy. Good job on Halloween. So Adrian also votes Crowley. I vote Crowley. We're going with the resounding Crowley. Sorry, Leatherface, but
Crowley
out of here.
Crowley
Crowley wins.
Wow, crazy. All right.
That was
it would be.
Crowley.
I think the first 10 minutes of that fight would be fucking insanity, man.
Can you imagine with the fucking chainsaws and the machine?
Yeah, that would be a brawl.
Can we say that Crowley would win? But he's going to be missing limber too at the end.
He would know he was in a fight, man. Leatherface is no one to fuck with. Leatherface is no joke. If he gets a hold of you, you're fucking toast.
Okay, next up, this is a personal favorite of mine. Joe and I were on the phone last night, and we came up with this one. Many of you may not, because the remake hasn't come out yet. And this is, oh my God, this is why remakes are so important, so that things can stay relevant. But there was a movie in the 80s. Not a lot of people have seemed to seen it for whatever reason. Firestarter. Okay. Young Drew Barrymore was in it. So we've got Charlie from Firestarter versus Carrie from Carrie.
I thought this was a brilliant pick because nobody else seemed to be able to put this together. And they are two prolific human characters that you really can't denounce.
Two women.
Obviously, Stephen King, has a lot of prolific characters, and these are definitely two of them, albeit women. It doesn't, I never discern between the two as far as like the capabilities and the powers that they possess. I just see them as who they are as their character. A Firestarter.
Well, I will say one thing about King. He can't write an ending for shit. However, he is very good, or hold on, he's gotten better at writing female villains.
True, very true.
From Mother Carrie, Rose the Hat, the crazy religious broad.
Rose Matter was a great book.
Then you've got Charlie. I say he's gotten better because a lot of his earlier stuff is very. Hey, Alex. Alex is here too.
Alex, that's why I wanted to wave to Alex.
A lot of King's earlier female characters, and I guess it's because of the time. Yeah. Come off a little sexist. So he's gotten a lot better. As time evolves, King has evolved with time. He's no J.K. Rowling, where she for some reason hates everybody, but King. I have to applaud King for evolving with the times, and he does know how to write a woman. But anyway, don't let me go on a feminist rant.
All right.
We're gonna get back.
No, wait, Stevie, come back. All right. So now,
Sean votes Carrie. Guys, who will win a fight? Little Charlie Firestarter or Carrie? Joe, go.
I'm going to clam up. I want to watch the chat room light up. Come on, guys. Let me see what you think first. I want to know.
Well, Sean is the first one to speak up.
He said Carrie.
You are the king.
Okay. Firestarter.
You are the king.
I am the Alphacondo. The Alphacondo of. I am the Alphacondo of Stephen King here between the two of us. So I will say. And I will absolutely agree with Sean that Carrie would win. Carrie is more schooled in her powers. Carrie came into her power. She enveloped it. She became it. She was it. Drew Barrymore didn't want to hurt people. She understood what she could do, but she didn't know what it was. George C. Scott was absolutely, baiting her and helping her and plugging her. I mean, he obviously was making her out for the wrong. He didn't want her, He wasn't really. I don't think he had his best interest at heart.
Sean makes a good point. He says Carrie can start fires in addition to all of her other telekinetic powers.
That's correct. And she can also stop them.
Okay, hold on a second. Here's my thing though, because I always have to play both sides. So Charlie, when it comes to her dad, she will fuck you up.
And if you and you know something, they really didn't delve into his powers in the film. In the book, if you read the book, and you know what Drew Barrymore is, an older fire starter would be fucking hell on wheels, man. She'd be hard to contain.
Yeah, Carrie, but I'll stick with Charlie.
I'm gonna go with Carrie. I'm gonna go with Carrie because she was more schooled. Because I feel like I gotta personally call Drew Barrymore now. Drew, listen, I'm sorry. You know, I didn't mean.
Let me plead my case in 30 seconds or less. Time me. And so I think that Charlie, really, when it comes down to it, if you consider if Carrie was to threaten her family, Charlie would fuck you up. Whereas opposed to that, Carrie's like, yeah, my mom is a fucking psycho. And when it all Carrie killed her mom. And Charlie, I feel like, yes, Carrie could start and stop fires, but I feel like Charlie has more heart than Carrie. Carrie is more damaged.
That is a point I was just going to make when you touched upon the ability that Carrie had to kill her own mother. She has lost touch with reality in that respect. She has now grown cold inside. She doesn't care. She can hurt. She can maim. She can kill.
So, Joe, do you go with Carrie or Charlie?
I'm going with Carrie. I'm going to go with Carrie. You didn't listen. I didn't even finish my statement. I never even finished. But I'm telling you, these fights would be fucking priceless if you could actually get these to happen. You know, and somebody would actually take the time to make these movies.
Celebrity Deathmatch from MTV.
Yeah.
The claymation thing that they had going on, clay matches.
If you had somebody, I guess the gentleman that did the Lord of the Rings, he's only a huge
Peter
producer.
Peter Jackson.
Yes, Peter Jackson. If you had somebody that would take the time, like Peter Jackson would, to delve into the nuances and really get in under their thing and really work it for what it was.
Bad taste, which is fucking insane. So
I think, you know, I mean, this guy, you know, he cared about the doorknobs and ambition in The Hobbit. So, you know what I mean? Right down to so I think it would be cool to see somebody like that.
I would like to let you know that you are a prolific avocado.
Avocado.
Avocado. I would like to point out how important it is for remakes to happen, even though people hate them. Adrian said he may look at Firestarter. He can't remember if he's actually seen it. Do you see how important remakes are?
Remakes are very important. I agree.
Relevant,
the ones that are tastefully done, Stevie, not the ones that, you know, people come out and just chuck out there, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. However, wait. Even a bad one is important because the bad ones make you watch the original and appreciate them even more.
You got a point. Yeah, you're right. You're right. She's right.
Carrie
got a point.
Look, I'm fucking losing, guys. Help me here. The next one.
You got this, Stevie. This is Stevie. Come on, this is Stevie's round, guys. Come on.
I doubt it.
You got this. This is you.
We're still working on the human category. Sorry, I get distracted. Squirrel.
Oh, look, a squirrel.
Pulling a Joe here.
The hand of God.
I love Larry. If you don't get that reference, fuck you. But anyway, I'm just too bored to explain that
was eons ago.
Okay. Chrome Skull. Laid to Rest versus the Collector. From Collector. For those of you that haven't seen Laid to Rest, Chrome Skull is a force to be reckoned with. He has a lot of money. So think of Batman, but cuckoo, totally cuckoo, jeans, and he wears a chrome skull, hence the name. And he is really into technology and using that technology to kill people. And then, of course, the collector, he is really into booby trapping and conditioning, which is really gross. And
that would be great.
The Collector is one of those movies that when you go back and rewatch it, even though it's like 10 or however many years old, it's still fucked up, and I love it. It's fucking awesome. The Collector can take a house and make it into an absolute nightmare. My vote's with the Collector. Chrome Skull is just another douchebag with money, like the guys from Hostel. Okay, think of all these disgusting men with money that just want to see people tortured, specifically women, and just use their money for not good things. Okay, like fuck you. Like if Jeff Bezos was to be a dickhole that wanted to kill people, which he very well could be, I don't know. He could be Chrome Skull, I guess you could say. Or he could also be a part of the disgusting, like, sick murder cult in Hostel. So
True.
I think Chrome Skull. I want the Collector to win, even though he's just equally as gross. My vote's with the Collector.
I'm gonna go with the Collector just for his sheer creativity. The guy does shit that like boggles the fucking mind, stuff that you would not even expect to see, ever.
Yeah.
In a movie. I mean, the stuff that the guy pulls off, he's like the MacGyver of murder. You know what I mean?
Yes, right. So think about the Collector. There's like a scene at the rave, and it reminds me of what's the thing, like a plow, I guess. I don't know, whatever you use in a field. So fuck you, Stephen. I'm sorry.
I saw it.
I don't know. Versus the audience.
Oh,
No, he's making fun of me this time because I'm such an outspoken bitch. But listen, I'll try to be more quiet. Everybody wants me to be a quiet person here, keeping my spreadsheets.
I'm a prolific avocado.
You are. So Joe's the dumb one. That's why I have to talk so much. But so if you think about it, you said it, like the Collector is the MacGyver of murderers. He really does pull everything. Excuse me. He pulls everything out. Yeah. And the plow scene at the ring is absolutely like, are you kidding me? That's awesome. That's some Jigsaw shit.
Yep.
Why did nobody think of Jigsaw? Literally nobody thought of fucking Jigsaw. Are you fucking kidding me?
You know what? You're right. I didn't get one vote for Jigsaw.
You're all a bunch of losers. I'm a loser.
No, well, you actually just won, Stevie. I think Stevie gets the dumb one. Says Stevie won. Everybody, come on, chime in for a big hand for Stevie on that one. She took it. Stevie versus the audience, says Steven.
Wow, and Joe finally joins the conversation.
Yeah, I made it.
Anyway,
it took me like a year to figure out where the chat room was.
Are we saying that the Collector wins? Yes or no?
No, yeah, the Collector, guys, right? Come on. I mean,
I think in the next round, Jigsaw is going to make an appearance in the next round.
Oh, you know what, Stevie? I'd be shocked to see that because we didn't discuss that one, but I want to hear it.
On me. Okay.
I didn't think you know what? Nobody thought of him.
Dude, right? And he's literally one of my favorite characters, and I'm such an asshole.
When I was on steroids, I looked just like him.
Oh. Don't sad right now.
No sad.
About that.
No sad.
You are doing well, though, right? Let the audience know you're doing well.
I am doing well.
Okay.
Audience, I am doing well. No, I am. I'm
You've had some scary stuff. Okay.
There you go. It's coming back. See?
Adrian says that he thought of Max Cady.
Oh, wow.
Nobody thought of him either from Cape Fear.
Nobody did. Right? Nobody mentioned him. Nobody brought that up, man. Okay.
Maybe he made an appearance.
Cannon fodder for another show, guys. That's more stuff that Stevie and I can destroy up here.
So we have a have an honorable mention. We started off the human list with Snooki versus Kim K. Now we're going to end the human list with another honorable mention from Twitter. This one was a tag team battle. Now we've only got one of two tag team battles. This is one of them tonight. Tag team battle.
Okay, Sean.
One side, sorry, I'm on a different screen, so I couldn't see what Sean said.
Go ahead, Stevie.
Oh, he's restarting his phone. Okay, thanks, Sean. Now the first two on the one side, this is why it's an honorable mention, and it can't actually count because they're not villains. And also because somebody else mentioned a better fight with one of the monsters. So, but still, it's a fucking epic battle. Ripley from Alien, McCready from The Thing, versus the Silent Hill monsters. So imagine, if you will, Ripley in all of her badassery and McCready and all of his badassery end up in the awful, nightmarish realm that is Silent Hills.
That would be a fucking movie and a half, man. That would be shit.
Imagine that.
Would be fucking epic. Seriously,
you have old ass Kurt Russell and old ass Sigourney Weaver, who both of them have how have they aged so perfectly? Hello, I think that they've definitely made deals with Satan. Both of their old asses up in Silent Hill. That would be the fucking ultimate movie. I would watch that shit.
I think
100% I would watch that shit.
I honestly think that, even on an honorable mention, McCready and her would absolutely win. I believe that they would fucking fuck those things up pretty good. I think that.
Oh, absolutely.
It'd be a short movie. I mean,
who cares that I named my child after Ripley? But no,
perhaps
they are two of my favorite characters in all.
Everybody
fiction.
who watches the show knows Stevie loves Ripley.
Yes.
That is
and I love you, dude. Like
I'm Conjuring, she's Alien.
Yes, he's Conjuring, I'm Alien. When Wilford Brimley, rest in peace, died, I recently he died, and I was like, dude, The Thing is probably one of the best movies, like aside from Alien, that's just like one of those timeless movies. And honestly, like McCready and Ripley, like if I ever have another child, I would have to figure out how to name them after McCready, because that would be my second pick, dude. Right? Like, I mean, he's a badass character.
These are movies that should be immortalized. I mean, there's a lot of things that were missed that people didn't catch. Like, I didn't see one nomination for a lot of the John Carpenter stuff. Nothing from The Fog. I mean, there's a lot of movies out there that we
have like a John Carpenter, like.
Well, maybe we'll do a Carpenter night. We'll do Carpenter versus Carpenter, which would be pretty.
What about Carpenter versus Craven?
Now you're talking. All right. So, yep. All right. That's another show.
That sounds like I'm writing a note right now. When I drink wine, I get smart.
So I think that's a pricelessly good nomination for honorable mention, because that would be, I would actually love to see a movie like they would fucking destroy shit together. Those two would be so
right?
Hey, that's like us, I think we're like that, you know what I mean? We're pretty cool.
Okay, so Ripley and Mac would win.
Yeah, no question.
Fucking honorable mention. They're in the running. Okay, so now guys, we are at the halfway mark. Dude, look at us like fucking keeping time and shit.
Snack time!
Your cheesecake.
Snack time!
Bree said earlier she was also eating cheesecake. So you guys are basically snack twins. We are now into the demon, supernatural, and alien segment.
Yeah, but while we're doing that, I got to tell people I'm going to be eating this baby chocolate cheesecake, and this is a peanut butter biscuit granola bar, which is just amazing. And we're going to top that with some hot coffee and a Coke. All right, so that's snack time, ladies and gentlemen. Go, Stevie.
Fuck yeah, let's go. Let's do this. Okay. First up on our I'm just going to call it the otherworldly list because there's too many syllables in the other shit. Damien the Omen versus the Nun from The Conjuring. I already know what Joe's going to say, but Joe, tell us why.
She's fucking badass, dude. Come on. Listen, look, I'm going to spell this shit out. If you watch the movie The Nun, when she finally does make her appearance in that fucking church room, and every candle in a fucking 30-mile radius blows out, every single cross on the wall flips upside down, and it gets blacker than fucking pitch, and you can still see her coming. I don't need to say anything else.
I'm not going to argue with you because I like the Nun and she's scary as shit. They both come from hell. They're both fucking terrible. Steven wants to know, have you read my Conjuring Alien mashup yet? What? Please elaborate, because I don't know if you're joking and fucking with us or not. And Alex says, damn, Joe, I'm trying to go on a diet. Yes, doesn't he make cheesecake look so damn appetizing?
I'm sorry.
Bitch, you don't need to go on a diet. You're beautiful. Why are you trying to lose weight? Also, I am gonna go with Team Nun. Okay. I don't think. Look, Damien is the Antichrist. Dude, big fucking deal. Okay. You're not that cool. You're a little kid still. You suck. Okay. I think the Nun would totally school Damien. And make Lucifer be like, you're my kid, you're kind of lame. That's my opinion.
He would bring, he's going to bring a different element to the table.
Now, okay, here's the thing. Damien's got a lot of people that are like, oh my God, hashtag Team Damien, because they're like waiting for the Antichrist. You've got like the whole Satanist cult thing going on. But at the same time, the Nun is like. You
have to remember that he is the Antichrist.
However, let me tell you something. Do you really think that Satan is going to baby his kid? Do you really think that Satan's going to be like, oh, let me help him out? No, he needs to fend for himself. Satan's like, I'm not raising any fucking snowflake here, okay? Satan's like, nobody gets a participation trophy in this family.
Well, that's the whole thing. You're not getting a gold seal for the day unless you produce, right? If you don't put out, you don't get none. Yeah. So, with that said,
we're such assholes.
We are totally opinionated. But look, I'm going to tell him the way it is. And, he's no bitch. The guy's been around. He's the Antichrist. He's a bad motherfucker. There's no end to what he could do. But the Nun is rogue.
Yeah, the gnome. Oh, what an asshole. Listen, guys, I've had half a glass of wine. Am I a lightweight?
Right. You should have another one, you Stevie, and enjoy this.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, like the Nun's like, listen, you're a baby. I know your dad because I'm from hell.
She was born there, baby. She was the real deal. She's
like the whole Bane thing, like, you were motivated. I was born in the darkness. Whatever. I have a horrible Bane impression. Never repeat that to anybody, guys. So are we going with the Nun? Did the Nun win? That's really quiet on this. I feel like I'm scaring everyone tonight.
Yeah, I know. Nobody's really saying much about this one.
Bitches. I see, look, I have a view counter here in my upper left corner of the
She gets all the bullshit. I get cheesecake. How many
people are watching, okay? Embarrassingly, only 9, but still.
Look, hey, it's better than, It's all good.
But we're talking, so come on, guys. Don't make us feel bad. So the Nun wins. The Nun.
Yes! Yes!
The next column is in the chat for this because he knows just how bad this movie is.
Alien Bell. That is
Troll 2. One of the worst movies of all time, okay? Troll 2 is so bad. They're gonna eat us. What?
Are you reading the comments?
Alienabelle. Wow. Steven, are we about to write our next novel?
I think
Abaddon, anyone? So, but anyway, our next we're getting too sidetracked here. We only have like 15 minutes left. So our next mashup fight is the Troll from Troll 2 versus Leprechaun. What? Who's gonna win that? Who's gonna win that?
All right. Let's weigh it out. what has the troll got in your eyes? What do you think
Well,
he's got?
he's got, if memory serves me correct, he has plant monsters that turn you into mush and then he eats you.
Right, it turns into like soupy, sluggish.
They're eating us. No.
Right. But it's slow and very painful, and you're alive
And
when
it's
it happens.
terrible. It's really gross.
Right? You like melt down into this thing. So, but now
the leprechaun is kind of like a zombie, dude, because like he bites you and you turn into a leprechaun. So
right, you don't want to look like that, right?
I mean,
no.
And not only that, but you become his minion. You're like a leprechaun.
You're his bitch.
slave.
I mean, you're his bitch. You're on this guy's leg, 24/7. He wants chips at 2 a.m. You're going. That's it.
Gross.
You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm just saying, that's the way it is. I said if you want chips, I didn't say anything. I don't know where you went with that, Stevie, but I said chips, like potato
Well, I always
chips.
go to the worst place possible. So let's just imagine that. Guys, why is the chat so lame right now? Like everybody stopped like talking about.
I crushed everybody off.
Did we lose people? Like I think maybe I'm talking too much. So
maybe I went a little crazy with the nun. I think I got a little happy with the nun.
Nah, whatever. Look, this is our show, so like just kidding. Anyway, I think that look, I don't know who would win because they're better, but I want the leprechaun to win because like the troll stuff just really grosses me out. I don't like the idea of like turning into mush and then like a troll eating you and like being like a plant monster. Like that's gross to me.
That's gross, yeah.
Even though also the leprechaun is super gross, I want the leprechaun to win. I want him to defeat the troll.
I like the leprechaun in that fight. I think the leprechaun's got more style, got a little bit more under the hood, got a little more punching power.
Leprechaun is the Grace Kelly of the.
You could turn someone. Anybody could turn someone to mush. You know what I mean? That's
mush.
Right. But now,
oh shit! Does Snooki want to fight Smush?
Mush.
Here's the next one. So we're going with the leprechaun, guys, because nobody's saying otherwise. Okay.
Leprechaun, right? Leprechaun has it, Stevie. That's
leprechaun wins.
Archive.
But the next one, Candyman. It was inevitable. Candyman was coming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Candyman versus the Babadook. Okay. They are both well, Candyman was a real thing at one point, and then he's like a tortured soul that doesn't want to leave the earth or whatever, blah, 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 bees. But the Babadook is a fucked up entity, also brought about by conjuring them and imagination and all that shit, right? So a manifestation, absolutely. So who would win in a fight? Candyman or the Babadook?
Well, Babadook is a legend of the legend. Candyman is an upstart. He's from like Cleveland, so he's not as scary. He's not as scary.
He's scary though.
He is. I mean, when you think about it, like I remember when the movie came out, I couldn't say it in the mirror. I was like, freak the fuck out. I wouldn't do it.
Candyman is the urban legend that has evolved from Bloody Mary.
Right.
As much as I love Candyman,
Babadook is folklore, etched in time, timeless, ageless, formless, been there forever. So I think Babadook would definitely take him in a fight.
Babadook is the boogeyman. So, but can it also be argued that Candyman is also the boogeyman?
Yes. So it's a
we got like boogeyman versus boogeyman. Who's more dangerous?
Babadook.
You think so?
Yeah. I don't know. It seems the chat room has frozen. We're not going to add anything in here at all.
No, guys, what's going on? Sad face.
I hope.
No, we still have viewers. I have people right here, and I just tested the chat by typing sad face. But anyway, so my money's on Babadook. Your money's on Babadook.
Yeah,
we're going with Babadook, guys.
Yeah, it's a winner. There's your winner, guys. Nobody said anything.
Exactly.
Speak up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's talk.
We made some pretty clear points here. Next,
Yeah.
I'm gonna save this tag team one for last because we had the other tag team for last. So I'm gonna I'm here being Mrs. Spreadsheet over here like a weirdo. So just ignore me.
Maybe your facts and figures that we'd be lost without you.
Nah, we're good. We're good. Don't worry. So next up in our otherworldly character. Oh my God. You can definitely tell I've had like half a glass of wine. Otherworldly category. Oh my God. I'm the worst. Pyramid Head from Silent Hill.
Yeah.
Versus the Executioner from Resident Evil.
Ah, wow. Wow.
That's fucked up. That's like big ass scary dude with a scary ass weapon versus big ass scary dude with a scary ass weapon. I mean,
that's a big fight, man. That's a brawl. That the only way to determine this one is stamina. Who's got more stamina? Who do you think has more stamina? Because they're not. Neither
I'm
one of them.
I'm going to go with Pyramid Head because I'm a little okay. Look, Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises. Okay, both movie and video game. It's one of the first games that really got me into horror. Okay, so like I have a thing for Resident Evil. However, Pyramid Head was a thing before the Executioner was a thing, and I feel like the Executioner really kind of copied Pyramid Head. Yeah, Adrian says Babadook.
Yep. I want to break into just
listen.
You know
I want to say, like, are we behind? Are we having like connection issues tonight where the chat is like catching up with us? I don't know. I know because like we're like on the next topic, and here's the chat.
Am I eating a cookie right now, or is it before?
Looks like you're eating a pretzel.
It's almost a pretzel. It's a cookie bar.
Whatever. I'm hungry.
See, that's why I do snack time.
But my thing is, oh my God, Steven, Babadook Star Wars mashup. Why don't you just get to the point and give me your fucking punchline? This guy, let me tell you about this guy. Steven is, I love him to death. But this guy right here, this guy, I don't know. I feel like he should be like writing for The Simpsons or something because he's a ridiculous person and he's an amazing writer. But he also is corny to the point of how are you the worst at dad jokes, but also the best. And I mean that with all the love in my heart. Look, we have a vote for the Executioner. Holy fuck. I went with Pyramid Head.
Adrian.
Joe went with Pyramid Head. Adrian's voting for the Executioner.
No, I didn't. I actually didn't place my vote yet. I actually did not.
Oh,
I said
moi.
What I said was, well, the Alpha Condor speaks now. Listen, okay, no squirrels. All right.
I hate you and I love you at the same time.
I love you, Steve. You know I love you. All right, so you got the Executioner, who is just a relentless juggernaut machine that could go through walls, houses, cars, buildings, whatever the fuck is in front of him to get you. If you take it on and you reverse it to the other side, I just don't see that same matchup in power from Triangle Head. Do you? Do you see? Do you?
I do because Pyramid Head, not Triangle Head, douchebag. So Pyramid Head, like I said, originality points. Okay, Pyramid Head, as all of Silent Hill, if you don't know already, is a manifestation of abuse and nightmares and things like that, which we're not going to get all deep and shit. But I think that Pyramid Head is more of a manifestation of all of the awful things than the Executioner.
Right. The Executioner was kind of made by the
whereas
virus.
Pyramid Head is manifested on the other side. On the other side.
He's the living embodiment of pain and torture.
Yes. Whereas the Executioner is evolved from something that the Umbrella Corporation created. So I think that Pyramid Head, fuck off. I can't. Cosby's such a Boba Fett. But Cosby's a douche. So anyway, you have manifestation versus creation. Who would win in a fight?
All right.
Face your fears, inner demons, that kind of shit.
All right, I'm gonna drop it on the fucking table and probably shock the world and say Triangle Head wins.
Pyramid Head wins. I win. Look, I'm still down by 2. I'm still down by 2.
I think Pyramid Head eventually would win in the fight. He would tire him out and take him, but that would be a fucking bloody brawl, man. That would
Pyramid
be
Head. All right, we've got
that would be something to see.
2, 3. Oh fuck. We're gonna run out of time.
This is gonna be another show. This is gonna have to.
We've got 5 minutes to cover one of the greatest things of all time. So we're gonna rush through the shit.
Yeah.
We got the Zuni. We got tag team. Okay, back again. Whoop! There it is. Zuni from the Trilogy of Terror and the puppets from Puppet Master versus Annabelle and Chucky. Boom. Who would win in a fight? Go.
You know who the fuck's gonna win in that fight? Think about this. I want this. Come on, light the chat up. Light it up, boys and girls. I want to see what you think.
Well, Alex left, and then we have a bunch of Silent Sallies. Yep. So, who wins in the fight? Joe, you go. Come on. This is your wheelhouse here.
This is my shit, dude. This is where fucking Annabelle comes to life. Chucky is a nasty little fuck. Chucky is a nasty, conniving little weasel.
Well, I mean, Chucky is a serial killer.
Right. And now we're matching them up against the Puppet Master's minions, correct? Is that who we're matching them?
With Zuni from Trilogy of Terror. Yes, scary as fuck. Scared my sister to shit when she was little. Oh, look, Sean says Chucky. Chucky and Annabelle. So 1 vote for Chucky and Annabelle.
Yep. Now, you're talking about The Conjuring, which Annabelle may be a doll, but she is not your average doll. The demon that takes Annabelle's shape is probably beyond Satan himself, the force to be reckoned with.
I just hate dolls. I hate them with a passion, and I don't care who wins this. I'm just going to go with Annabelle and Chucky. I hate dolls. I hate them. I hate them. They're disgusting.
That's why they win.
Yes, that's why they win. The bigger dolls squish the little ones because the little ones are creepier than the big ones because the puppets are gross, and I hate them.
The Puppet Master can bring them back 100 times, and that's the
thing.
I
know.
I mean, Chucky could kill all day.
Yeah,
and he would have to. This is where Annabelle comes in.
Annabelle gonna come in and be like, "Listen."
She's gonna push Chucky out there and sit in her chair and rock like this for a minute and watch him go. And the whole time they're doing that, she's gonna be plotting how she's killing that one.
We got another vote for Chucky and Annabelle. Adrian says Chucky and Annabelle.
And how she's going to kill that one, and one will die from asphyxiation. The other will get thrown from a fucking 9-story building. The other will get crushed in
the bathtub.
Right. So she's plotting shit the whole time. And when she lays a trap and she sets it and she goes, Annabelle is probably beside the nun, one of the hardest characters.
I think the Puppet Master puppets, or as Sean even said, the leech woman from Puppet Master versus Annabelle would have been a really great mashup.
Yeah, right, because I'm only talking about one side, and that's really impartial.
Yeah,
that's not fair on me. I really need to be more partial and say,
but if we're talking Chucky and Annabelle versus these other little shits. Chucky and Annabelle all day. I'm hitting the microphone.
That's definitely a force.
All right, guys, we got like 3 minutes left.
Unbelievable show.
We have to be so quick with this, or we're gonna be the worst. Critters versus Ghoulies. Critters versus Ghoulies.
Just chuck that one in. Spitball that one right into the chat.
Critters versus Ghoulies. I'm going with Ghoulies only because when I was little, I was terrified of the toilet because of Ghoulies.
That was a nasty scene. Very.
Well, not only that, but they put it on the cover of the VHS, so it scared the living tits out of me. So I'm going with Ghoulies on this one. Critter versus Ghoulies, Joe. Have at it.
Critters. They get big. When they get big, they're fucking scary as shit, man. I remember when they were little, it was like funny to watch. And then all of a sudden in the movie, they got big. When they got big, I was like, that motherfucker just he ate the guy. He literally just picked him up and ate the guy. Just ate him. Okay? He ate the guy. He ate him.
Sean says go Ghoulies. So guess what, motherfucker? I'm one up now. I'm only one.
Look at that. She came back, ladies and gentlemen. Stevie IG.
I'm still down by one, so we're going.
Listen, if you were in a goddamn movie, Stevie, I'd vote for you because you'd win. I know you would. You're that badass. This is badassery at its finest, ladies and gentlemen. And
guys, we have two more. We have two more. You hear me?
Minutes.
Two more.
Quick. Burning desires. Go.
Okay.
Quick.
The creeper from Jeepers Creepers versus Pumpkinhead.
That's tough.
Yeah, it is fucking tough.
That's tough. That's a hard one, man.
Because Pumpkinhead.
These are both almost like they're earthbound.
They're both disgusting, like field creatures. I feel like not gross. Yeah, Earth. Right. You say Earth. You sound like more classy than me. I'm like field creature. Like,
they came from the fields of chicken.
They came from the field, guys. I'm honestly gonna say, look, Pumpkinhead scared the fuck out of me as a kid, but
Pumpkinhead was fucking frightening.
It's so fun to me.
Yeah.
I feel. Oh shit! Sean Pelham just. Oh shit! He just shook it up. He said the director of Jeepers Creepers versus Kevin Spacey. Guys, who's the creepier predator? Who's the creepier pedophile?
Yeah, I'm giving Sean my seat, man. Sean, take my chair, dude. You deserve it.
We're gonna have to save that battle for the next round because I mean we don't have time to get into creepy predators.
Such a great show. This was such a great show, guys.
Wait, we're not fucking done. We haven't chosen Pumpkinhead or the Creeper.
Okay, all right. So I'll try to do this. I'll try to do this quickly.
Look, I'm not like a nostalgia person. Everybody knows that. I'm not chained. I'm not chained to nostalgia. So I'm gonna have to go with the Creeper, even though Pumpkinhead is a classic horror icon. I feel like the Creeper makes more sense and can do more damage. So I'm going to go with the Creeper.
I think that Pumpkinhead is not as calculated and not as cunning. I don't think he has.
Again, it's almost like the Leatherface Victor Crowley scenario.
Yeah, it's
Dum Dum versus
It's a battle of wits, and what happens in the battle of wits is the strongest man wins. So I'm going to go with the Creeper as well. I'm going to stay with the Creeper on that. Okay.
All right. Our final battle of the evening. We have saved the best for last. And I thank you guys for sticking with us because we are 3 minutes into overtime. Okay. Like a great or boring football game. So the final battle of the evening.
With snacks. We had snacks.
We did. Actually, I'm a liar. I skipped one, but I'm going to leave it out because we don't have time. The final battle of the evening, Pinhead versus the tall man from Phantasm.
This is a badass battle, dude. This is the one that ends all battles.
This is like interdimensional badass pitted against interdimensional badass. The ultimate battle of the badasses. Yeah.
From hell. From fucking hell, guys. This is the battle. This is the one. Pinhead is absolutely my all-time favorite character, bar none.
Even over the tall man?
Yeah, even over the tall man. Wow. Pinhead, the Doug Bradley Pinhead, the first Pinhead, is bar none the scariest character that ever graced the fucking movie screen, in my opinion, and has absolutely the wherewithal to take everybody down one way or another. Where he can't succeed, he will not fail. Where he is going to be proven number one, he will be. And I'm telling you, the guy will come out of nowhere with creativity and find a way to sling your ass up on those fucking hooks. One way or another, you're going on the goddamn hook.
It's kind of a no-brainer here. We know who would win. However, the best adversary, like we really racked our brains over the last 2 days, like who the fuck would be even worth.
Sean brings up a point. He says he is not really sure who Phantasm. It never really made sense to him.
Okay.
All right. So what the tall man was, which was Agnes Scrim.
Again, another manifestation.
Right. He was another manifestation from hell, and he was interportal. And what he would do is take souls. He would go to the morgue and resurrect bodies and live ones and take your fucking souls to hell. So he was basically Pinhead before Pinhead was here. And this is back in the 70s, okay?
He's hipster Pinhead.
He just was not Pinhead. I mean, Pinhead is fucking Pinhead. Clive Barker is a fucking genius. And that's all I can say. I mean,
Carpenter versus Craven versus Barker.
Oh, forget it. Yeah, that's a show by itself. I mean, I'm a Clive Barker fan. I'm a very big Clive Barker fan. Imagika and the rest of his stuff was. I'm
a John Carpenter fan, like Carpenter, like Team Carpenter, but Clive Barker.
Yeah, no,
look, Adrian with the boy.
Yeah, boy. Right, that's it. The silver ball. He would launch the ball.
Hey, wait a second. That just reminded me of Machine from
that silver ball. I mean,
nobody thought of Machine either. Maybe
you gotta remember. I saw that in the movies. Okay, I saw this in the movie theater when I was 9 years old.
Yeah, that means it's old as fuck.
And, I mean, the graphics in that movie were ahead of their time. What did you say?
Nothing. I'm just making fun of you.
Was that an age reference, Stevie?
Maybe.
I'm old in goddamn dirt. But I remember, well, there was actually, see, I was a 9-year-old boy, and the movie opened with a shirtless chick in the beginning, right? And that would be the big pole.
Oh, of course. You're like, this is my favorite movie.
Nobody ever, I like this movie a lot. You know, because nobody ever did that kind of shit in the beginning back then. But it starts with a sex scene in the cemetery, and the guy pulls out a knife and like kills this girl in the cemetery, and you think, you know, he's the killer. And then you see Tall Man just makes this guy look like a fucking fool. The silver ball goes into your skull right here. He throws it. It latches onto your head. You can't get it off. The poker goes straight into your fucking brain. And out in a streaming shot comes a puree of your innards of your head. Okay? A 9-year-old kid, I'm absorbing this as a 9-year-old, and I literally broke for the fucking aisle. My sister had me by my shirt lapel, and I couldn't get out. So I had to sit and watch this fucking movie twice. Not once, twice we watched it. And it was probably by far the most frightening thing in my life until Pinhead came out.
I think that by today's standards, Pinhead still lives up. I think that the Tall Man, again, Phantasm is one of those films that, like Firestarter, desperately needs a remake because of how many people like Sean may not understand it or need to revisit it or have never seen it. You know what I mean?
They didn't do a lot of backstory, CV. So it wasn't like, I mean,
there's not a lot of lore. Now, if you look online and you read about the Tall Man and everything like that is where you get to learn a little bit more about him. Right. And that's the thing that makes the Tall Man interesting, is that he is a manifestation. However, there needs to be more lore about him, and he needs to be brought up into the present to be more relevant. So I feel like hands down, Pinhead wins this one.
I agree. I mean, it's just Pinhead is Pinhead. Yeah. You know,
now. I don't, go ahead.
No, I just don't think that there'll ever be a character as prolific as Pinhead, because Pinhead was once human. Pinhead was human. So he understands morality. He understands right and wrong. He knows the difference, and he still chooses to. So, I mean, it's just a character that, I mean, there's just no reckoning with this guy at all. When he's ready to move, he's going to move. He's going to do what he wants to do. and you're not stopping him.
Oh yeah, like once he's in our realm, he's in our realm. Like
right. Once he's out of the box, once the box is open and he's out, man. I think he would grab Scrim by the throat and light his shit up. Scrim would hang by the hooks at the end of the day.
Old Jeb
would hang, unfortunately. So that is my pick.
We are 10 minutes over.
I know. That's why nobody's talking.
Fuck, guys. We still
can talk about this all night.
We lost a couple, but we still have 5 people watching. So we're gonna go with, and I'm desperately starving and I want to eat. So we're gonna go with one more thing, and then I'm gonna get off here before I waste away into the wind.
Okay.
Because we did skip one. Me and all of my spreadsheet glory, I managed to somehow skip over one of our otherworldly
this one is all you. Go. This is all you.
We have Pennywise versus Xenomorph.
Wow.
Because they're both aliens.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
So the reason I feel like it would be hard, but yet also not hard, is because Pennywise is so manipulative and he can manifest himself as anything in your psyche, okay? But consider the Xenomorph. The Xenomorph is no mere child. The Xenomorph is no pathetic human that can be manipulated mentally that way. You see what I'm saying? So Pennywise, try as he might to be something the Xenomorph fears, but does the Xenomorph actually fear anything?
No, that's the thing. The Xenomorph has no fear. The Xenomorph is, the pinnacle of ready. They're constantly just vigilantly ready to destroy anything that moves against them. There is no fear in that. I want to call it an animal, but it's not. In that alien, there is no fear.
Well, think of the apex predator. Think of an apex predator.
It doesn't know what fear is.
That is the Xenomorph to me.
Right. So if you...
Pelham brings up a good point. Pennywise eats fear, and the Xenomorph ain't scared of shit.
That's the point, brother. That's the point. That's where I'm going. He knows no fear. So I think in the end, little molecular acid would take care of Pennywise, and he'd be floating. There'd be no more floating for Pennywise.
We don't float down here.
I think that we have had probably one of the best screens that you have ever made, Stevie. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, it was super fun.
Everybody, come on, give Stevie props here. She's busting her ass on this shit. All right, she really is.
I wanted it to look cute, like it was a battle. I'm still down by 1. But I will redeem myself on a follow-up episode in the future because now we have the finalists. We have the finalists here. And if you've ever played like basically anything, you'll see the finalists have to go against each other.
Yeah,
so this is not the final versus show. Okay.
No, this has been probably one of the best shows we've had as far as
I mean, it was a lot of fun. Our participation was fantastic this evening. And just so that you guys know, going forward, these are our finalists. Snooki, the inbred cannibals from the hills, Negan, Hannibal Lecter, Victor Crowley, Carrie, the Collector, Ripley and McCready, the Nun, Leprechaun, the Babadook, Pyramid Head, Chucky and Annabelle, Ghoulies, the Creeper, Pinhead, and the Xenomorphs.
Yeah. What a fucking wrap up. Holy shit, man.
Joe and I will get together. We didn't intend for this to be a multiple episode series, but it's going to be now.
It's going to be. It has to be. There's got to be a follow-up to this.
We are going to have a follow-up next week for you. We will sit down. We will converse via Zoom or whatever.
And we will snack and drink wine, and we will figure this shit out.
Yes. Until next time. Guys.
All right? We're smart people.
Look, listen, let me tell you something. We're going to do this. We got this next week. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging in with us. We still have fucking people watching, which makes no sense to me. Thank you so much. We are so long-winded.
We are. I'm like, oh, I would like to thank the Academy for having me here this evening. I would
Now,
personally like to thank you all for.
shut the fuck
Well,
up.
thank you. I'd like to thank the Xenomorph for drooling. I want to thank everybody that participated on my Facebook and my social media. Came up there and just like whacked me with all
Yes,
this
everybody
wonderful
on
stuff.
Twitter and
Uh,
Instagram that DM'd me, and then on
yeah,
the page. Thank you guys.
obviously, everybody here in the chat room, our family, we love you guys. This wouldn't be our show without you here.
Oh, I know you guys tune in every week, and you guys
Every
are so
week.
great.
We love you to death, man. You guys are the fucking best. I'd like to personally thank Juan and Bonnie for the cheesecake this evening because that was just slamming for snack time. Thank you very much for that. They're actually here. They're in the house watching the show from afar. Yeah. So hi guys, love you. And Chrissy for the wonderful Zuni doll. She was the one that suggested bringing a Zuni doll in.
Yep.
And then, of course, I'd like to thank your mother and my mother-in-law for saying that Chrissy and I, that battle would be epic too. And it will be. And you may see that here very soon. So keep tuning in, guys.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You guys were awesome. And make sure to tune in next week for round 2. Fight.
Salud. We love you. Salud. Peace. Laters.
Bye, guys. We are ending the broadcast. Why is it not working? Fuck.